Hello all and welcome back to First Impressions. I was about to do my other intro. So, today, as you can see by the title above, I will be talking about Finding Dory. The sequel to the much beloved Finding Nemo. And, it's just as good. This movie is both funny, adorable, and very sad at points. Like, if there was a big flaw I'd say this movie has, it's the fact that, it kind of makes the, oh, I forget joke not as, enjoyable as it used to be. Like, I know we're supposed to laugh at it, but I forgot the eyes for my cup. Yeah, well, I'll go on. But, because it's hard to laugh when her forgetting is the entire reason she spent so much time being well. I say traumatized, but luckily she didn't actually remember most of that. Still very badly affected her. Like, oh boy. But, yeah, let's just first of all, Baby Dory. Absolutely adorable. Love it. Second of all, the movie, as I coined it, Parents' Nightmare 2 did not waste any time. Well, with, the way, Dory got lost. Like, whew. But, yeah. Like how they made Just Keep Swimming that goofy little song she sings in the first movie sad, because now it's both something her parents taught her and, you know, then the fact that she was singing it while as a baby fish and being really, really, really scared. So few of those fish actually tried helping her. Some did, but wow, most of them were jerks and just ignored her. Like, wow. And not all that unrealistic with how people are in real life, unfortunately. I did really laugh at the part where Marlon was trying to convince Dory to not, tell Dory that she can't go with them on the field trip today because he's already got his hands full, doesn't need him. Yeah, he doesn't need her to distract her and distract him, and for Dory to end up misinterpreting it as clearly he needs help. I'll be the teacher's assistant. And the visuals in this movie are as great as the original. I really like the look of the Stingray migration and the way it sounds and all that. Probably wish we'd had more time on that before the traumatic and not so traumatic flashback started. I take notes by writing them down, but my handwriting's not exactly best. Handshake. And I cannot actually read what I wrote there. I literally just watched the movie and I'm already forgetting what I said. Oh yeah, no. And the fields are back. Because, when, yeah, she went to try to swim off immediately, and she had to convince Marlon, and already getting really emotional. This movie nearly made me cry a lot. I never went over the edge, but yeah. It's a really good movie. And oh yeah, and then Turtle Bro and stuff like that. I really like the return of the turtles to get around the world thing again. Oh yeah. And then they ended up in the field with the crabs, and of course, the Kraken was released. I am of course talking the giant squid. That's what I said when I saw it. Release the Kraken! Memes. I mean, I can't be the only one who thought of that. I managed to avoid a lot of spoilers about this movie, so I don't know if other people made that joke, but I'm making that joke. And of course, we got to the point where I really freaked out. Marlin's trying to comfort a really freaked out Nemo, and he says some really awful shit to Dory, like, why don't you just go sit over there and forget? The only thing you're good at. Like, wow, man. Like, I get it, okay, but she did not deserve that, okay? And I do love that Nemo did not let him forget it and kept, bringing it up whenever Marlin started to flinch about doing things. I do like the fact that the people who caught them this time were actually trying to help. Unlike last time where, some asshole stole a fish, took it halfway around the world, and dumped it in his fish tank. And then, of course, we got to the part where Dory gets in, gets tagged and everything. Also, the seals were hilarious. But we get to the tank, she gets tagged and everything, and then Hank shows up, and I love that grumpy optimist. Especially with how much he was just like, at Corey. I always like the interaction between a exuberant character and a not exuberant character. It's always hilarious. Even if, like I said, the oops, I forgot humor didn't work as well as in the first one. But, I really like the reveal that she was born in an aquarium because it makes so much sense. Speaking well, she lived in an aquarium near a well. She, read English? Well, that's because she was raised in an aquarium, and, well, that's actually a perfect place for a fish to learn to read. It actually makes a lot of sense. A lot of her little tics and things, all from things she was taught as a child or picked up from where she lived. I really like how that all of it makes sense. Even if it wasn't thought up when the original movie was made, it makes a lot of sense. So, if it was on a retcon, it was well thought out. Yeah, it didn't take long for Marlin to realize he fucked up big time with what he said, though. And it was like when he's warning Nemo about the dangerous seals pouncing on them, and I went, they don't look very pouncy, right? Or I was going, yeah, I think that's what I said. And then Nemo said something similar. I'm like, ugh. Also, the unibrow seal, Jared, or whatever he was called. Lots of funny with that guy. But, yeah. And of course, then there was the scene where he went on a rant, I'm not fine, nobody's fine! And he goes, oh yeah, I'm fine, how about you? Right after that, that was great. And then, of course, we meet Destiny, who I really like. She's like, my favorite new character in this movie. I also really want that Destiny plushie. We see a kid clutch in a later scene. Like, that would look good on a wall. I mean, not on a wall, on a shelf. Gotta remember to look up what kind of whale she was and track that down. I also like the echolocating whale. I forget what his name was. Also, man, these movies have a habit of making little kids look horrible. Like, just awful torturers. To be fair, I've never heard of a touch pool. I've heard of a petting zoo, but never of a touch pool. I mean, I understand kids can be little kids can be rough with animals, but yeesh. And of course, then we get to the part where we get the great What Would Dory Do? Or WWDD. And I like how that actually, when she hears that actually ends up helping her a lot because it allows her to focus through her panic. When she normally just gets super forgetful when she panics. But, yeah. So, like I said, I really like the visuals in this movie. The visuals and the different tanks and such were great. And we got Marl. I was a little worried there when they tried Marlin's insane Dory idea. Because if they had just been a little slower, they might not have made it. And then they got to the clan that talked a lot. But yeah, very quickly it became obvious her parents weren't going to be there anymore. Also, can I say something? No, of course I can. But yeah, but by the time she got to the tank, it became very obvious her parents weren't there anymore. But judging by the end sequence, I think the people making the movie had a lot of fun with Hank's little disappearing trick. I think that's all the explanation I have for what they did with the end of the movie. Which, oh god, I'll get to the rest of that ending in a bit, but yeah. Yeah. And once again, it was I couldn't make out what it was her mom was crying about, but yeah. Like I said, sad that she got sucked out of the tank while trying to get to this purple shell to make her mom feel better. I mean, it was obvious that something happened, but ugh. Okay. Yeah, more feels with the scenes after, because this movie just hits you over and over with them, like sad, funny, sad, funny. But yeah, they meet up, they meet up, it was obvious gonna be them, the type, they weren't fooling anybody, but they meet up, Nemo and Dory and such meet up, get to the fish, find out once again their parents aren't there, and they start thinking they're dead. I'm like, or they were released. Turns out they escaped, but I thought they were released because, well, that's what they do. They catch, rehabilitate, release. So let me make sure you never forget that. I mean, if they don't return from quarantine, maybe they're just being let go. I mean, after all, none of the other bluefish were returning from this trip to quarantine. They were going somewhere else. But yeah. And like I said, not long after that though, the movie once again gets sad again when Dory gets lost and starts forgetting everybody again as she panics a lot. But as I said, I really like that bit where she starts quoting what would Dory do and uses that to focus herself. Even if it's not very logic. Oh, nothing? Kelp. Well, kelp's better. Sand is fishy. But because of that, she was able to find the shells and actually find her parents. A really touching reunion, and then they go on and try to track down and save Marlin and Nemo, getting the whales to escape with them. And yeah, I like for Destiny that all it took was finding out there are no walls in the ocean to get her to want to leave, because she keeps bumping into those. Of course, there are walls in the ocean, just not usually all that close together. But yeah, that was great. The little moment with her family, and the insane plan of throwing herself in the otters, which I did think that was a little rushed because she didn't even. How did she convince the otters to go along with the plan? Then of course the otter cuddle, the mass cuddle, which was all. I like that Marlin figured out. I don't know what's going on, but Dory probably has something to do with it. They get Nemo and Marlin. They manage to escape, only for, of course, the truck to take off with them again. Like, okay, maybe you're repeating this stuff these false endings a little much here. Eventually, though, they manage to get out, hijack the car, which was hilarious. And then, of course, I was hoping they were going to do it, because, like, hey, they're fish. What does it matter if it crashes in the ocean? Some of them might be bruised up from the crash, but once they're in the water, and it slowly sinks, they can all swim away. But, yeah. Especially like when the seals decided to go check it out, Gerald immediately took his opportunity to jump up onto the unibrow seal. Jump up onto the rock. Oh yeah, a lot of these things in this movie were fun and silly. And fun along with sad and awe-inducing. And like that, I really like all the stuff with Hank the grumpy puss. But, and of course, yeah, they get in the ocean, everything's better, they go home, everything's great. Grumpy Puss has become the substitute teacher. Then we get to the credits where they have fun with the octopus disappearing and reappearing. The brief moment with Gerald, and most importantly, the fish from the last movie showing up. They've been in those freaking bags for over a year by this point. I'm just... Really? I know it's a cartoon movie, but you're kind of pushing it a little with them being fine while in those bags that entire time. At least this time they ended up in a place that will release them on their own and will actually take care of them in the meantime. It's better than the tank with the pump, 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 or so that would be like from the little kid. It's like, ugh. But this movie was fantastic. I loved it. I really did. I mean, it was a very well done sequel. Disney does not always. Well, I know this is Pixar technically, and they have a much better track record. But even then, I don't think they always pull it off. This is a very good sequel. Actually, I suppose Pixar's got a much near perfect track record in comparison to Disney and its sequels. I suppose the difference is, when Disney makes a sequel, it's a cash grab. When they make a sequel, they actually put fucking effort into it. Well, okay, that movie has effort, but they put enough funds and actually expect and put effort in towards a high quality result. But yeah, no, this was a great movie. Definitely up there with some of my favorites. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, yeah, I think I don't have much more to say. Usually these are longer, but my throat's starting to hurt from talking, and I didn't have time to drink. So, if you enjoyed this video, then please like, comment, and subscribe. This is HighPriest signing out, and I will see you all next time, folks.